Hi everyone, welcome to Fin School. I am your friend Arkaprava. Today, the stock we will talk about is Varun Beverages. But before we dive into that, let's take a few minutes to discuss its holding company RJ Corp. RJ Corp was founded by Mr. Ravi Kant Jaipuria. This company is the parent company of several businesses you are seeing in this video right now. They are into beverages, quick service restaurants, schools, ice creams, and recently they have acquired more than a 1% stake in Medanta, a multi-specialty hospital company. In this mix of companies, Divyani and Varun are one listed on the stock exchange. Mr. Jaipuria has also laid out a succession plan for his children. You can read this snippet to get a better understanding. To sum it up, Varun will take over the bottling plant Varun Beverages, while his daughter Divyani will see the QSR company Divyani International. Today let's focus on Varun Beverages. We will delve into their fundamental, their presence in the market, and of course the technical aspects too. Now their products are broadly divided into two categories: carbonated drinks and non-carbonated drinks. Carbonated soft drinks accounts for nearly 68% of the total revenue mix, whereas packaged drinking water makes up 27% of the total share, with the remaining 5% comprises of juices and other beverages. If you take a look at this, you will understand that the company's presence in the Indian sub-territories, with Andhra and Jammu Kashmir being exception. This Pepsi mark logo represents their bottling plant and the manufacturing unit in this setup. Additionally, you can also see that they have a presence in Nepal and Sri Lanka also. And in this map, you will see they have a presence in Africa as well, specifically in these countries such as Morocco, Zambia and Zimbabwe. One more thing to note: before 2019, Pepsi was in charge of the manufacturing and VBL was doing the same. But since 2019, Pepsi handed over full manufacturing and distribution responsibility to VBL, which is a positive development. Around the same time, they secured a deal for next 20 years stretching until 2039. Previously, the deal used to renew every 5 years. If you see the location-wise breakup, more than 78% comes from India and the rest from other countries, which accounts to only 21%. If we dig into how the relationship with Pepsi works, meaning the task both companies share, we can find it in their annual report. It turns out that Pepsi handles the demand creation aspects such as making the concentration, innovation, brand development, like introducing new product, and advertising. They are mainly responsible for all the branding stuff. On other hand, VBL take care of production, sales and distribution. They install things like Visi-cooler, the fridge, to keep the item cool. If we look at the fundamentals, we can see that it's a large cap company with a market cap slightly less than 2 lakh crore. The ROCE and ROE stands at over 28% and 35% respectively, which is quite impressive. The debt to equity is at 0.78, which is considered good as it is less than 1. However, the PE ratio is at 92, which is relatively high. If we check the historical PE chart to understand if it is undervalued or overvalued, currently the PE is slightly over the median PE, which is at 58. However, it's still much lower than its highest ever PE, which was at 156.1 during September 2020. At this point, we can determine if it is undervalued or overvalued. But sometimes for good company, we have to pay a premium, that's for sure. Now if you see the profit and loss statement, you can see sales is at all time high and the profit is also at all time high. If you notice, the OPM is also rising every year. Let's talk about the growth drivers. Considering India's tropical climate, the increasing heat demands more chilled drinks, and Pepsi comes to our rescue. Additionally, urbanization and demographic plays a significant roles also. As more and more areas become electrified, it's add their expansion because they can install more Visi-coolers. Consumer always prefer chilled Pepsi, which is a positive indicator of demand. Their fixed assets are still growing, which is really positive. They have a net block of over 1,500 crore, indicating a strong position. With more and more capital expenditure, revenue growth will continue to rise. And one more point, They have expanded operations into African continent, which is another positive move as mentioned earlier. If they can enter more countries, it will further boost sales. Additionally, the climate of Africa is similar to India, which is advantageous for their product. Now you might be thinking, Orko, you are just highlighting all the positives. Fair point. Let's also consider a few risks that could potentially affect the revenue. Firstly, they lack pricing power. If Coca-Cola is selling it for rupees 20 and they can't sell it for 22, they have to match or undercut that price. Secondly, there is a growing social stigma attached to carbonated drink. As people become more health conscious, the trend might continue with more individuals opting out of consuming such beverages. Lastly, while having an agreement until 2039 is a positive, what happens after that is uncertain. Mr. Jaipuria might not be holding any position in the company by then due to his age. This could pose a significant challenge for the new management if they fail to strike a deal at that time. Now if we look at the technical aspect, we can see that it's consolidating in this zone. After 44% run up, when it breaks out of this channel, is likely to continue its upward trend. This stock follows a clear pattern. It consolidates and then experience a run up. In the next slide, you will understand why this happens. It is important to note that this stock is a weather dependent stock. During summer, as reflected in this quarter result also, the March and June quarter are typically strong, while the other two quarters are not as favorable. So buying during this time can certainly aid in a trading decision. That's all I have to share for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing my channel. Thank you for watching and have a good day.